Hi all, I am Bharatish. Welcome to this video. In this video, we will be seeing what are locators. These are the mechanisms by which we can find an element in a web page in Selenium. So, there are 8 mechanisms. 1. ID, name, class name, tag name, link text, partial link text, CSS selector, and XPath. In this video, we will try to cover all of these locators and we will find elements in a web page using all of these locators. So for this video, I have taken example of github.com. So in this page, we will try to find many elements using all those mechanisms. So I have created a class called locator. So like our hello world program, we will create a main method inside this one. String args. Okay. So to save some time, I'll copy some code from hello world program. And we will not be needing this verbose login, so I'll just remove that one. And instead of google.com, we will say github.com. Okay. So first we will go with ID. Let's find something. So I inspected this before. This one comes with ID. So let me inspect this one first. So if we see, if I highlight this one, this has ID called user email, right? So we will type something here. We will not be able to, we will not click this sign up, but we will enter something here. So we'll go to our Eclipse and we'll say driver dot find element by dot ID, and we will give that ID. So let's call it sign up input, and in this one sign up input, I'll say send keys. We have seen this method, and I'll pass in now. Okay, so we'll see whether this is working or not. Just for simplicity, we will say this is using ID. Okay, save the program and run the program. It is taking much time. Okay, here we go. So it goes to github.com. and if we see, it entered the email address. Okay, so it is still waiting. Okay, it is completed. So every time we need not have this open, so we'll just say driver.close driver.quit. Okay, so we'll do something similar by name. I think the best candidate here is the same field again. I think this has name also. So if we see, it has name same, it has same as ID. So we'll go to Eclipse and we'll say, or we will just rename this as by ID. So here also we'll do, and I'll copy the same thing, put it here, but this time we'll call it by name. And instead of ID, we will say it is by name. So let's run it again. Okay, now if you see, it entered the email address twice because we are entering it here also and we are entering it here also. This is the best time. We will see one more method. We'll call on this same element, that is clear. So what this will do, it will clear the input field first, then it will enter. Okay, so we'll see this one more time. This time it should clear the email address that we have entered first, and it should enter it again. Okay, so it is clearing and it is entering. Okay, let's say now we will see by class name. Okay, so we'll see which one will be well suited for this one. I think we'll inspect the same one. Is there any unique class name? Yeah, so we'll take the same class name, and here we don't have to give the complete class name, so it will work with any one of the class names as well. Okay, so we will get into what this one of three and all actually this means is, with this class name there are three elements in this one. So whenever we are finding a locator, it is good if we find it one of one. That means there is only one available. Otherwise, when we are running the Selenium script, if there are multiple elements with the same locator, it will always choose the first one, at least in the Chrome as of I know. So we'll see some other one. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, this is, I'll find the element with class name. Okay, so if we inspect this heading, so it has a class called h1mktg. So even though there are two, the first one itself is getting highlighted, so we can use this one for the class name. So I'll copy this one. We'll go to Eclipse and we'll do the same thing. So let's give class name. first line is. Okay, so here we will see, okay, it's not header, it's banner text. So here we will say by class name, and we will add our class name here. So here we can see one more method inside web element. So we will say banner text dot get text, so which will give the heading, and we will save it in a string, and we will print this one. So we will run this one more time. It's taking quite a lot of time. So this is our first entry. Then we are clearing it. We are making a second entry. And here we see our header text. Okay, so now we'll look into the next one, tag name. So again, we will see a good candidate for this one. Okay, for tag name, this is quite a different tag name. So if we see, the tag name is, so if we see the tag name is summary, so we can use this to find this element. So we'll go to our Eclipse. So let us copy the tag name. It was summary. I'll do the same thing. I'll try to print that text out of it. So we'll say summary text summary, and instead of class name we'll say tag name, and the tag name is summary, and we'll print this one. So let us run this again. So it entered, cleared, entered again. This was our second entry. Okay, there was no text inside that one. Okay, but you get the idea. So if we want to find anything by tag name, so we can use this one. I think the video length is very long. We will cover the next things in the next video. Thank you for watching.